Shalom, family trendsetter. Assalamu alaikum. All praises be to the Most High. I'm actually at one of my favorite spot that I usually come to, when I have the chance to, such as today, early in the morning. It's around probably 7:52 in the morning, and I usually come to this area right here. It's called Centennial Park, right? Centennial Park is out here in Maryland, Howard County. And I'm giving y'all the name just in case some of y'all are from Maryland. You're probably familiar with this area. It's a beautiful area. It's in the suburbs. And, a lot of time I come here to decompress, to be one with the Most High. And I remember probably about 2 years ago. And the reason why I'm making this video, because sometimes people ask me, why are you so hard on the so-called white man? Why you come down on the so-called white man? And it's simply because I know who they are, and I know who they're not. Right? I know who they are, and I know who they're not. And I remember about 2 years ago, I came down here with my family. It was me, my wife, and my 3 kids. And we came to, put our boat on the lake. I purchased a boat. And I remember it was the first time us casting the boat on the lake. We never did it before. And over that area right there is where you would, unload the boat and dock the boat, if you will, right over that area. So I remember when we pulled up at the spot to try to unload the boat in the water. I'm sure there's a term for it, but to try to unload the boat in the water. Again, it's the first time we're doing it, so we didn't really know what we was doing. A Caucasian couple came after us, and they came with their boat. And, they was watching us, and I looked at them. They looked at us. They give you that fake smile. That's how they, that's their self-defense, right? They give you that fake smile, basically. So, I waved to them and said, how you doing? They was like, hey, I said, this is our first time doing this, just give us a couple of minutes. And they said, oh, no problem, no problem. So, we was doing what we was doing because I watched some YouTube video how to do it. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that difficult to do it. But, I just wanted to make sure that we wasn't making a mistake. So we was doing it, whatever, and got the boat in the water. Well, not in this water, but over in that area because the water comes up to that point right there. We got the boat in the water, and then the next you have to remove the, unhitch it, and then remove the vehicle from it. So I unhitched it, and I told my wife to drive the vehicle out, and park it. So they was actually blocking, the ramp for my wife to exit out of there. So they saw what we was trying to do. They saw me unhook the boat. They saw her, got in the vehicle and was proceeding to exit the ramp so they can now launch their boat, right? And instead of them moving their vehicle and their boat, I guess it was an inconvenience for them because they pulled up. I think we could have actually launched two boats at the same time. If I'm not mistaken, right? But again, this is the first time. When we got there, nobody was there, so we just did what we did. I think it took us like maybe less than 10 minutes to do it because it was easy. You back up the boat, unhook the hinge, push the boat in the water, launch the boat in the water, and then you pull forward. So now they was blocking us, and I think they did it intentionally. So I'm like in the boat now, right? She's in the vehicle, the SUV, trying to pull forward, and they just stood there. They stood there like a fucking deer in the headlight looking. So initially, we was cordial. They smiled, we smiled. Initially, we smiled back. So I'm in the boat. My kids got in the boat, waiting for my wife, right? Because I was actually I didn't even get in the boat. I was out of the boat, standing in the water, holding the boat for her to come. And they would not move the boat. So there was some other Caucasian people, sitting down right over that area right there. Right? Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me show you what I'm talking about so y'all get a better idea what I'm talking about. So anyway, there was two other couples, Caucasian couple, sitting over there, and they was watching us. So, they looking at us like it's some kind of spectacle because they never really seen black people, in this area. It's a lot of Caucasian over here, Indians and Asians and shit, right? When I say Indian, East Indies. So, East Indians. So, they were sitting right here. And we was over this area, so let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so we launched the boat right here. And apparently, I guess you can launch two boats. Because see, you have it where, two vehicles can pull up, about this far, and then you can launch the boat in the water. So I guess we took up, we was in the middle of it. We took up both spots. So after I launched the boat in the water, she was pulling forward. They had the vehicle right about there, blocking her from exiting. So I'm over here now, see the distance? And they right there just blocking, just looking at us. Almost like they did it deliberately, right? Because they realized that we don't know what the fuck we was doing. So they want to be assholes. So there was some people that was sitting right here. They stood up and they was watching us. Because, we was talking. And I guess, like I said, we looked like a spectacle for them. Because they never seen black people in this area, especially on a boat. So they stood up from about this area right here, right? Watching the people over there. We was over there, and she wouldn't blow her horn. I mean, so I'm saying to myself, why don't she blow the horn and let them know that she's trying to get out of there? But they knew that obviously they saw her got in the fucking vehicle to move out, and they would not move. So I started getting pissed. I started getting mad, and I started to walk over to them, but I couldn't leave the boat unattended with the kids in the boat because I was holding the boat right about here while my foot was in the water. So the couple that was right here, all praise be to the Most High, they shouted out at these devils and said, hey, I think she's trying to get out. Why don't you move your vehicle, right? So in other words, instead of us saying it, because if we would have said it, it would have been it would have received a lot differently because, we're black, they're white. And so the couple that was sitting right here, they stood up and they shouted out, hey, why don't y'all move your vehicle? Don't you see she's trying to get out of there? Like something like that. And the guy, he looked like he didn't comprehend, he didn't understand. So they walked away, they walked around from here, right? And I was just waiting for I was actually going to say something, but I was just waiting to see what's going to happen because I'm like, better them than me and shit, right? So they walked around and they literally walked up to the couple up front and say, yo, y'all need to, they didn't say yo, but they say, you need to move your vehicle. She's trying to get out. So then the bitch, I guess the ones that was, blocking, I guess they realized now not only us was aware of what they was doing, other people was seeing what they was doing. So she said, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Yes, you was, bitch, because you was looking at us. You was looking at us trying to get the fuck out of there. But because y'all wanted to be devils, right? Privileged devils, y'all ignored us. And I guess the Most High stepped in because had I would have said something to them, it would have probably escalated. You know how it is, right? They probably would have called the fucking Rangers over here. And then we would have probably got kicked out and shit. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High actually worked on our behalf because I know me. I have a short temper when it comes to these devils. I don't like them. When I say I don't like them, I don't hate them, but I don't like them because they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I try my best to stay away from these devils because I know what the fuck they are or are not. And then you have the Asians, and then you have the Hispanic people that look like them, right, with their DNA, act just like them. They're racist against us and shit. They don't like us, so therefore I don't like them either. So when, my wife was able to pull out and shit, she was a little bit pissed, but she's always smiling and cordial with these devils. So I guess she parked the vehicle and then she was walking past them. And the bitch, the devil, the Neanderthal beast of the field, she started to apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to block you. I wasn't really paying no attention. My wife was like, it's okay. It's okay. I said, no, it's not. It's not okay. No. Because then I started to talk now. I said, because if these couple right here didn't intervene, they probably would have stood there. For what? I don't know why. But, they would have stood there. And my wife was like, she was, indicating with her hand, like, chill, stop. Right? So she got in the boat and shit. And I'm like, so I said to the couple, I said, I really appreciate what y'all did. Thank you so much. And she said, no, it's okay. I just don't understand why they was just sitting there. They saw evidently your wife, obviously your wife was trying to get out. to go park the vehicle. Why was it just blocking, And they had an attitude with these other white folks, and I was surprised, the way how they reacted in the way that I would have reacted, you know what I'm saying? And that's because of the Most High stepped in. Now, why am I making this video, right? All this shit right here belong to our ancestors. Cool. This was called Turtle Island at one point, right? Turtle Island. They renamed it America. All this shit was ours. These colonizers came to this fucking country, this land, and stole everything, right? They stole everything. They build it up, and now they charge you because they have to pay. I think you have to pay like a $5 charge just to, or I think it might have went up now, like $8 now, just to dock your boat. This is nature. This is supposed to be free access, right? But they charge you. And I guess some may say, well, they got to charge you to do the upkeep. Okay, I understand that. But this shit right here, before they came here, we ain't had none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we lived off the land. Matter of fact, we showed them how to live off the land. And I was saying to myself, I was pissed. As I got out further in the lake, I started to talk to my wife. I'm like, this shit is so fucking crazy. These devils came here, right? First of all, they came out of the cave, didn't even know how to wash their ass. They brought all these disease to the world, right? Worldwide and shit, not just here in the Americas. Spread their disease because they was so unsanitary. The Moors were the one that domesticated these devils, showed them how to groom themselves, right? Showed them hygienics. And they believe now that they are the superior race because they may have the Neanderthal brains. You know what I'm saying? The Neanderthal were actually hunter-gatherers, right? They were actually smart. So they might have come up with certain technology. That wasn't something that they originally gotten, right? It was given to them by the fallen angels, right? Lucifer, their daddy. This is where all the technology come from and the know-how. And I'm saying to myself, these motherfuckers came here, colonized the land, colonized the world, and now they want to charge you, and now they want to dictate who can cast a boat on the water. You know what I'm saying? Who can unload a boat on the water. They literally put a price tag on nature. Nature is supposed to be free. It's supposed to be accepted. It's supposed to embrace nature. But now they put stipulation. I think the park closes at dusk. They said, right? It's a big old sign, closed at dusk. And, if you're caught in the park after dusk, they can give you a fine. And I'm saying to myself, why? Why is everything so regulated? Why they put a price tag on everything? Even your fucking health. If you don't pay thousands of dollars into health insurance every year, you don't get the proper health care. You'll get some form of health care, but it'll be genetic. It'll be trial drugs. That's why you see a lot of these people are sick because a lot of them they're not really paying into, their health care. So they get Medicaid and all these government grants and shit like that, health care. And then when you go to fill a prescription, they're giving you genetics, right? They're giving you trial drugs. And all they're doing is experimenting on us. You know what I'm saying? They're just seeing what reaction will happen. Like we're guinea pigs. Just like how a lot of y'all took the jab and shit. Y'all don't realize it was a trial. It was an emergency trial drug. That's what they called it. And they put that shit into your arm. And now a lot of y'all is no longer here. Do you know how many people died from that shit? From taking that shit? Do you realize how many people worldwide died from that shit? And they disguise it as heart attacks, brain aneurysm, stroke. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, even young people in their 20s, I know of someone that recently passed away, 27 years old, right? Had a stroke and passed. Not usually you get a stroke, one side of your body shuts down, but now you're dying from a stroke. Blood clots. So I'm just saying this to say, family, I really do hope what the Bible says, because I read the Bible, and I know I talk about the shit a lot, that it's not our book. It's not our book. It's their book with our information in it. But I really hope that there is a God, and I do believe there is a God, because, man, it's been far too long. These devils been getting away with murder. They like to talk about the founding fathers, not realizing the founding father was fucking slave owners and rapists and murderers. George Washington. What's so special about him? He owned slaves. He killed. He raped. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, right? With everything that's been happening, for centuries to us. And I understand the Deuteronomy chapter 28 curse. You know, I can understand why we would be under a curse, because we are wicked. Black people, some of us, we do some wicked shit. But how is it that they are just getting away with this shit over and over again? At what point is the Most High going to show us that he really exists and he's really for us? And again, I know the Most High don't deal with time frame, right? Only us, we deal with time frame. But man, I ain't lying to you, family. I'm running out of patience. I'm running out of patience. What says you? Shalom.